there's a good chance that none of us even exist. Or one of us does and the rest of us don't. Let me explain. There have been a few theories going around that we live in a simulation. This has been thought about for a while. And if we were living in a simulation, we really would have no way of knowing if we were. Because, we would be designed to think that we weren't living in a simulation, because if we thought we were living in a simulation, that'd defeat the whole point of a simulation. And, a lot of people might say that you need too much computing power, that would be literally impossible. But here's the thing. This kind of is like Schrodinger's cat, which I'll discuss later. They might not need to load in everything. Once I turn off this camera, the background might disappear until I look at it. Literally everything might not be generated until you see it. This could be hollow right here, and it can only show wood grain once you crack it open. So, for all I know, they don't have to render in everything. I might be thinking about microscopic stuff too. Well, they could also be rendering, whoever's running the simulation, theoretically, could also be rendering in things under a microscope only whenever you observe something under a microscope. So that way they don't have to worry about computing power. A way that I kind of added on to this theory is we could be not a technological simulation, but an organic simulation where, some unknown entity, like a really powerful alien, is just imagining us inside of their head. And the theory of only existing when observed is for example, when I put this note card that I'm reading my notes off of on the table, I don't know if there's a hole going through the table until I take it off and see that there isn't. But how do I know there wasn't a hole when it was covered? And there are two different ways a simulation could go. If we did live in a simulation, then either there would be one or just a few people living in a simulation. It would be like a mix of AI and people and sentient beings, or it would be a mix of just AI or it would just be AI and humans, or it would be completely AI if that's what the aliens were going for, or it could be completely AI, kind of completely humans, just like a Matrix. Sorry, I stumbled on my words a bit there. Now, here's a good thought experiment to think about before I leave this video. I don't know that everyone who's watching this video isn't a mindless AI. You could be an artificial intelligence. Or, for all you know, I could be an artificial intelligence, and I could be lying to you about being sentient. I could just be a mindless robot that's doing a thing, and you wouldn't know if we lived in a simulation. I really hope that this helped you understand simulation theory better.